are watching Ringside Collectibles coverage of San Diego Comic-Con 2016.
Noelle Foley here with Ringside Collectibles, and we are at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm here with Bill, and he's going to answer all of your questions as fans. Bill, what are the chances of a Bob Backlund figure?
Much better now that he's back on TV in a regular role.
Now that Daniel Bryan is the GM of SmackDown, how long before we get a short-haired version of his figure?
Probably not anytime soon because he just got back on TV, and I do not have the photo reference yet because I probably would have gotten it this week, but I'm here at the show. So I wouldn't drive out to any Walmarts looking for him for about at least another 9 months.
Okay. Are Elite 2-packs going to continue?
There's none scheduled right now. So as of now, no, but you know, we'll see.
Okay. Can you use the Magnum TA style packaging for all flashbacks?
No, that was actually old art that we sort of reused in the packaging for that. We don't actually use that vendor anymore, so that's one sort of a one and done. It was sort of just a callback to the fact that it was supposed to be released in the main line as a Legends figure some years ago, and if you didn't get it in that style of the package, then it was a way to kind of bring it back this year. But it's a one and done.
What was the thinking behind adding a bonus wave of Elites in the main line that are mostly releases?
Elites were selling really, really well, and we wanted to get product out really, really quickly, and it was just a matter of having time in the production schedule there wasn't any time to develop something new, so I picked some stuff that I thought collectors would want, maybe have a second chance at. We hadn't had a Jericho in a while, so that was just a matter of reusing existing art and tweaking it a little bit. And Magnum TA was just there, you know, developed a long time ago, never released. And once he got re-signed to a WWE Legends deal, it's like, okay, we can finally put out Magnum TA. I've been wanting to get that figure out for a long time, so I'm very happy that now people can finally get it for themselves.
Yeah. What are the chances of a Holy Foley 2-pack?
Well, we'll see how the show goes. We'll see how you do in the ring.
I hope it goes good. How many figures are you working on at a given time?
Geez. Like, I think right now, gosh, I'm working on at least 100 figures at a time right now. Just my workload right now, I'm in a point where there's just like so many, I'm at like different stages on so many things right now. I'm at least working on 100 figures, and you know, as of right now. And by the time I get back, there could be 12, 15 more, so who knows. But it's a lot. It's a lot.
That is a lot. With basics now having larger waves, could we see more figures added to Elite waves instead of just the 6?
It's more likely that more Elite waves would be added than more figures per wave in that instance.
Okay. Any progress on a licensing deal for the classic WCW belts?
Nothing to report.
Nothing. And more so-called Elite Legends series on the way?
No. I mean, that was sort of like a one-shot deal just to get new products in stores so they wouldn't like reship, you know, double up on an existing wave, and then you end up in a situation where kind of what happened with the Target Hall of Fame at the end of last year.
Yeah.
So this was just like a stopgap to make sure something like that didn't happen again. So it's probably not. It's sort of a happy accident if that wave even exists. So we're probably not gonna. You don't plan on accidents. You try to plan on avoiding accidents.
Yeah.
So.
Any new info on Giant Gonzalez's estate?
Again, nothing new to report. You know, as soon as I find out I get the rights to them, I'll want to work on them. But
okay.
So far, no.
So far, no. What's the score for the Hall of Fame series, and will it continue?
It will continue. Yeah, we've already put new products in the case. Obviously, there was some issues with it this year where it didn't roll out as smoothly as we would have liked. We're working to resolve those issues. I think they kind of have been resolved now, so new product. We're working at ways to get the new product in the stores because we know that people want it. It's just a matter of getting the old product out and the new product in, and, you know, so as soon as we can get all the old product out, the new product will go in, and, you know, the stuff we showed today will be available in stores.
Chances of a unicorn horn accessory to fit onto the New Day figures?
Unicorn horns are on the on the 3-pack that we showed yesterday at the, actually 2 days ago at the panel. So yes, there's a very strong possibility. In fact, it's a certainty.
And when is the 3-pack coming out?
That 3-pack is coming out around WrestleMania.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we rushed to get that one done. So you can celebrate last year's WrestleMania, this year's WrestleMania, next year's WrestleMania.
Sweet. Will older generation wrestlers like Gorgeous George ever be made, or is there not a market for this era?
Some of that kind of depends on how well Shockmaster does this year, because that's sort of like a real limited style interest for something like that. But you know, it's if we find ways, if Shockmaster does well with like an alternate ways of distribution, we might look into something like that for sort of like more niche characters. You know, maybe not necessarily the Comic-Con exclusive, but for some other sort of exclusive. So it's possible. There's nothing set in stone right now, but it's possible.
Okay. And are there going to be any more classic managers on the way?
I know of at least one.
But you can't tell them, right?
No, it's too early in the...
No, it's too much as a surprise. Are you working on any flashback divas?
I know of at least one.
Who was the hardest figure to produce in 2016?
Oh, definitely Asuka, because there was so much involved in terms of like a brand new sculpt, and then getting the deco done on that, and then getting the deco to cost on that, and then making sure that we got the rest of the wave met cost, because that figure alone, the production cost on that figure was through the roof. But I'm a huge Asuka fan. I want to make sure that that figure turned out like as well as humanly possible, and I can't wait to see the final product, because I worked really hard on that one. So.
Is there any specific talent that you're hoping to get into any line anytime soon, like cruiserweights or women?
Yeah, I'm watching this Cruiserweight Classic pretty interesting, pretty intently, because there's some really interesting possibilities there that I think at some point in the very near future I probably will be working on. So, there's some interesting things there that I look at them and I go like, that'd be an interesting figure, or how many deco hits would that outfit be, or how much new molding would I need to produce that, or. Yeah. So yeah, the Cruiserweight Classic right now I'm watching with like, okay, what could I possibly be doing next year at this time?
Mm-hmm. Will GOLDUST have a robe?
Yes, the debut GOLDUST we showed will have a robe, a soft good robe.
Sweet. How about using the Daring Young torso more often?
We're actually using it on the Apollo Crews that was in the case at the start of the show. So yeah, that is a torso we will be using more often going forward.
Any updates on the possibility of classic playsets such as Piper's Pit, the Barbershop, or the Heartbreak Hotel?
Nothing to report just yet, but it's something that's like always under consideration. It's just finding like the slot to do it in. And when a slot like that opens up, then it's possible to do it. But right now, it's just hasn't opened up yet. When it does, we'll probably slot it in.
Yeah. Will you guys ever make use or use personalized hands again? I would love if we got a Daniel Bryan with pointed fingers for a yes chant.
Well, the Andre the Giant Amazon exclusive does have new giant Andre the Giant hands, so that's one. The other ones, Daniel Bryan, maybe not as much anymore because he's retired, but it's something to, that we could use. It's a matter of like what do we want to spend our tooling budget on when a wave comes up, and I always try to favor heads and new heads and new accessories, maybe over signature hands, but yeah, it's not out of the question.
Who is your favorite superstar and women to design?
Again, going back to the Asuka, I really enjoyed working on that figure just because it's such a unique character, it's such a unique visual, and honestly it was a challenge to like, how am I going to do this? Like the minute I saw her come out in that outfit, I'm like, oh my God. Cause she's so fun to watch, and it would translate into such a great figure, but then it's like, well, now you have to actually do it, and it's like, okay, well. Yeah. But I'm so happy with the results on that figure. It's at the end of the day, when I have that finally on my shelf in my collection, I'm gonna be so happy.
Is it safe to assume that Ryback is not getting any more figures?
For now.
Is there a potential deal for CWC talent?
Oh, the Cruiserweight Classic? As soon as they let me know that some of those guys might be signed, I'll start work on most of them actually, because the show's been great, and a lot of new variety in the line. It's great.
Okay. Is Corey Graves in wrestling attire a possibility?
It's probably more likely at this point that he would be in commentating gear, at least the first one. Yeah. But down the line, you never know. But for now, I would it's probably, it's 100% certainty that first core grades will be an announcer.
Sweet. Well, there you have it. All your questions have been answered. Thank you so much, Bill.
No problem.
You are watching Ringside Collectibles coverage of San Diego Comic-Con 2016.